Welcome back to Wo Long Fallen Dynasty. In this video, we are going through the deflect in the game, which I'm going to say is the most important mechanic, because defense is, I'm going to say, more important than attacking. And this is going to be how to deflect easily. There are 3 different types of deflecting we're going to be taking a look at as well. And starting off, we are going to be in part 1, the main battlefield called Village of Calamity. We're going to make enough progress so that we make it to this battle flag. What I'll do is I'll quickly restart it. So we'll travel and I'll show you exactly how to get to this specific one. So the moment you spawn in, what you're going to do is just run forward. You can ignore the combat until you get to that battle flag. It doesn't really matter, but follow the exact route I've taken so far. Keep coming up, go around this corner to the right-hand side. And then when you get here, there's a little ledge you can climb up. Go over the rooftop. Ignore all the enemies. And when you get right here, this is where the battle flag is. Not too far into the mission at all. So after resting, I've reset all the enemies. There are 3 different types of deflect I'm going to cover in this video. We have standard deflecting, we have guarding deflecting, then we have deflect countering. So the very first one is just pressing B and a directional button movement or whatever, so left or right on your analog stick. Then the other one, which I'm going to say is the best, is going to be your guarding deflect. So if you hold your left bumper or L1 on the PlayStation controller, you can still deflect whilst you are guarding. And that way, if you mess up the timing of the deflection, you're still going to, basically negate some of the damage. Sometimes pretty much all of the damage. And then, with certain weapons equipped, I don't know if you need to have 2 weapons equipped or something, but if you hold your right bumper, you can see, you've got basically the veins in your body or whatever. You've got this, orange glow inside your body. If you do that and deflect, it's actually going to do a counter move, so you'll deflect, but you'll instantly deal damage straight after. It's really, really good, but because this game is designed to be really difficult, I would highly recommend actually using the guarding deflect, because that way if you mess up the time, and if you're a lot more advanced, you're a high-skilled player, you can obviously just use whatever one you want to. But for beginners and stuff, if you use the guarding one, if you mess up the timing a little bit, then you've just got a better chance of not taking as much damage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kill this guy, because he only ever seems to use a spirit attack. He just always warms up for it. So with these enemies over here, if I show you, I'm not going to nail the timing every single time. But if I get this guy's attention, and then just B and to the side, standard deflect. Just every time he warms up for that attack, just before he lands it, press B and move to the side, and you're going to deflect the attack. Then if you hold the left bumper and start deflecting, you'll see that when he's hitting, he's not actually dealing that much damage at all, because we're still guarding if we mess up the deflect. So you'll see, I messed it up, and he's broken my spirit, but we messed it up, and we still didn't take damage because we were guarding. So even if we mess up the deflect, it's still going to help out. And I'm just going to finish this guy off quickly. Then we'll come over to the last one. And with this one, we're going to do the right bumper, so the deflect counter. So if we hold our right bumper, you need to nail the timing on this one. You can see that I've messed it up, and he's dealing damage. But holding the right bumper, I still can't manage to time it. That's why I prefer the guarding one. But you'll see, there, right bumper, even without deflecting, you're still doing a special move and dealing damage to the enemy. I messed up the timing again. So there we go. And then you can just keep following up with attacks and you can finish off the enemy. So with that, you obviously have choice. There's variety in the way you deflect against enemies. And deflecting is by far the most important mechanic, in my opinion, in this game. It can be the difference of life and death when you're in a boss fight. Especially like Zhang Liang, the first boss. There are 2 phases. You're going to have to do a lot of deflecting. You can't just be really aggressive attack after attack. It's never going to work out like that. But when you have an enemy like this one here that just constantly builds up spirit attacks, if you can deflect those, you can put them in a bad position. If I go and reset him again, because you have spirit, the enemies in the game have spirit as well. So you'll see the bars underneath this guy, and when they do a spirit attack, like when you do a spirit attack, you lower their high end of their spirit meter, but when they do a spirit attack, just like you, it builds up their spirit, it decreases their spirit. So if you do a spirit attack, it lowers their high end, then they do a spirit attack. What that's actually going to do is increase the chance of you being able to basically stun them, then you can pull off a really powerful attack. So if I come over to him again, I'm going to do the guarding one. So if he just does that, okay, I need to actually deflect it. So once we deflect, if I don't press the wrong button, hold out, I need to reset this guy again. So after, you'll see like the white reticle on the enemy, that will go, like you can see it right in like the center of his back at the moment. That will go from white to orange. At that point, you don't press the normal attack button. You don't press X. You press the spirit attack button, so you press Y. And if we come over here, I'll demonstrate, providing I don't forget. So I've missed the deflect. So again, he's going to warm it up. I hit it. It's gone orange. Then you can do a really, really powerful attack. So it's like literally just all about mastering the combat. You've got to be good with your timing. Like, it's all going to come over time. Eventually, you're going to learn this stuff. You're not just like, there will obviously be some people, but not everyone is going to naturally pick up this game and learn everything about it within the first like main battlefield of the game, like the first level. So with this, we've gone through just the standard deflect, which is what I've used a lot through this game. We've then gone through the deflect counter so that you can get quick attacks in after deflecting. And then we've gone through my personal favourite at the moment, which is the guarding deflect. So that's at least what I'm going to call it. And that way, if you mess up the timing on the deflect, you're still guarding and negating some of the damage that you would actually take if they manage to hit you. So I strongly recommend for beginners, for people that are finding the game a little bit more difficult, just do exactly what I do. Hold down your left bumper or your L1 button or whatever it is on PC if you're using keyboard, mouse. Hold down the button that lets you guard, lets you block. And all you want to do is deflect with that, because if you fail the timing, like if you get the timing wrong, you're still going to block some of that incoming damage. It's going to be very, very helpful. If these guys are like you're finding it a little bit too easy, you want a little bit more of a difficult challenge to practice with, if you run through this fire, the other side of the fire, you have yourself a nice little 15 morale tiger. You can start with him and you can practice because his attacks are a lot faster than the traditional enemies, like the small little trash mobs. But yeah, that was how to deflect easily. 3 different types of deflects in Wo Long Fallen Dynasty. That is also going to do it for this video. Let me know your thoughts and stuff about the game in the comments. And check out this video if you want to see other content on the channel. I will see you in the next one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.